Hello! Oh my God!
Jesus.
Already. Well,
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live episode 172, the one where we try Tate's Bake Shop, the limited edition orange and cream cookies.
Oh.
Tate's Bake Shop is a Southampton, New York company, Long Island's own Tate's Cookies.
Really?
Yeah, Southampton.
Yes. We don't go out there.
We don't. No,
for all-
we're
that's
from
for all
Nassau
the-
County, the better county.
That's for all the fancy people.
But Tate's Cookies are very good.
Was this open already?
No.
No. Well, I guess these are sealed.
Yeah. Tate's Cookies are very good. I usually have their regular black and white cookies. Not black and white, the chocolate
What is
chip
this?
cookies.
Orange and cream. Oh.
Like a creamsicle ice cream. So I'm very curious to try this. My friends were all
The
wondering.
bouquet.
Yeah.
It's very creamy.
Oh yeah, it smells like orange.
It smells very orange and creamy.
I like
Tastes
it.
good. Mm-hmm. Like many wacky flavored cookies,
Yeah.
you can only have one.
Oh yeah.
Not having too many of these. Anyway, hi Izzy. Hi Ugly Boy. Hello 26 Snoopy. Hello Razazab. I did my best. Hello Espionage Area 51. Hello everybody.
Hello anyone and everyone who is here.
Josh, just a hair. I'm pretty sure his name is Josh. $5. The hell? Reggie is following Spawn Wave, Arlo, and Beatamos, my boy Bob at the Wulff Den, but not my boy Bob at the Wulff Den. Also, love the show. Why you got to bring that up?
He didn't say.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Wait. He didn't say, but not my boy Bob at the Wulff Den. He said, but not my boys at the Wulff Den. That includes me too.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. It's often not.
I know that.
Don't forget.
I'm having another cookie.
He also follows AJ and Dan.
Wow.
But not Bob. Also the guy who beat me in the tournament.
Oh.
But not Bob.
Of course, because Nintendo doesn't like us.
It's because I say ass too much.
Yeah. But Reggie doesn't work at Nintendo anymore, and he is a former Long Islander, so come on.
I know. Well, he's just going to come back over here, and then we could fight.
Yeah. We would lose
Yeah, we would very
in a
much lose.
heartbeat.
These are good cookies.
Well,
Hey, Aiden, thanks for being a new member here. Also, what was the alert we got immediately when we started?
I have no idea.
I'm Scuba. Thanks for subscribing on Twitch. And same thing with Just a Hair.
Thank you.
For 3 months.
Thank
A
you,
prime
everybody.
sub. Thank you, guys.
We appreciate your patronage during this time of need.
So, Mark Murphy says, Bob is an egotistical maniac. No, I'm not!
He's just a maniac.
So why can't I be just a regular maniac? So, there's big things happening here.
There's a lot happening.
In an hour, we're getting the big Smash Brothers update.
An hour from now.
An hour from now.
Oh, boy.
That means it'll be happening during the podcast.
Oh,
which
wow.
means that I can't play it because we're doing the podcast. So, but we will talk about that later. The first thing I want to talk about is the PlayStation 5, because for some reason this week we got news about it.
Yeah, Mark Cerny of Sony, who is the architect of the PS4, was doing an interview with Wired and just said, yeah, this is what the PS5 is going to be like.
Yeah. So he did an interview with Wired. This article is a summary from GameSpot. It says Sony has teased the first details of its next generation console during an interview with Wired. In the interview, PlayStation 4 lead system ad blocking the whole screen. Lead system architect Mark Cerny spoke about working on the PS4 successor, most likely named PlayStation 5, but that hasn't been confirmed. He's the nerdy guy, right? With glasses. Yeah. In the bowl cut.
The creator of Marble Madness.
Really?
Yes.
I did not
And
know
a lot
that.
of other games that I don't remember off the top of my head.
Nah,
I
just
think,
Marble Madness.
I think he was involved in the original Spyro trilogy.
Really?
But I
Marble
could be
Madness
wrong.
is far more impressive
Yeah.
to me. In the interview, Cerny confirmed the next-gen PlayStation is partially based on PS4 architecture, which means that it is backwards compatible. Pause. I saw this, clicked the link it has there, which goes to another GameSpot article. Then I clicked through the Wired article, because I want to know what exactly he said. Because here it says the next PlayStation is based on PS4 architecture, which means that it will be backwards compatible.
Right. That doesn't.
Did Mark Cerny say that it's going to be backwards compatible, or did he just say that it's based on PS4 architecture? And it looks like they're just quoting him, and they didn't put his actual quote.
Correct.
In the Wired article.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm going to say we don't know if it's going to be backwards compatible.
I'm going to say that it is. Two reasons. One, there have been a lot of like leaks and rumors about how the PS5 is going to be backwards compatible with everything. Like how they have patents for special processors and software that can read the disc and determine which PlayStation it is and boot up an emulator based on that PlayStation. That's one. Two, if it is based on original PS4 architecture, x86 architecture, then it stands to reason that they would try to implement some form of backwards compatibility in some way, especially when their biggest competitor has gotten rave reviews for implementing backwards compatibility in some form or another.
I think chances are it's backwards compatible.
Oh yeah. If it's not backwards compatible, like that's a huge mistake.
If I had to bet money, I would bet that it is going to be backwards compatible. However, I don't like when they're saying, which means that it's going to be backwards compatible. You can't say it's going to be backwards compatible if you're not certain about
you're
that.
right. Yeah.
We're talking about the next-gen consoles here. Like, you can't just make up news.
Backwards compatibility is a selling point for a lot of people, especially at the launch of a system. So
we've had situations before where you have all of the architecture in place. You have all of the hardware there, and it's just blocked.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Even like on the PlayStation 3 and the PS Vita, like those can play like PS1 games, but not every PS1 game can play on the Vita, even if you can download it and play it on your PS3, because it's blocked by some stupid arbitrary thing.
Yeah. So just because it runs on PS4 architecture doesn't mean that it's going to be backwards compatible. But
there's a high chance it will be.
Other things are making it look like that there's a high chance that that's what it should say. It should say, which means there is a high chance that it'll be backwards compatible, not that it is backwards compatible. All right. Unless I missed something in the article.
Right.
It's also possible that I missed something in the original Wired article, but it didn't look like that was a quote coming from Cerny's mouth. I'm going to continue the article.
Okay.
Cerny also revealed that it is not an all-digital device and will accept physical discs. That's also interesting.
Yes, and we will get to why in a minute.
Wired's article described the transition from PS4 to PS5 as indicated by Cerny as a gentle one, adding that numerous games will be released for both PS4 and the next-gen console. The description of a gentle transition indicates that the PS5 will be an iteration on the PS4 instead of being drastically different the way the PS3 was from its predecessor. I really hate these assumptions that they're making.
I mean,
these assumptions that they're making with such certainty.
On the one hand, I can see what they're saying, because how much more can you go in terms of graphical fidelity from the PS4 to the PS5?
Right.
Because like
PS4 Pro.
Right. Even that like is a half step. You know, that's basically PS4.5.
Well, that's what I'm saying is you're not going from the PS4 to the PS5. You're going from the PS4 Pro to the PS5.
Right. And which
is even further along.
Yeah. Even that can't be like that big of a jump, I don't think. It's even like, you know, the PS3 to the PS4 wasn't that substantial of a jump, graphically speaking. I think a lot of the other, you know, innovations was in RAM, the amount of stuff you can have on screen. That's mostly, you know, because of RAM and
frame rate,
and other features like, you know, sharing your gameplay footage. You know, the always online aspect of games.
It's the big jump between 3 and 4 was the amount of things that you had in the environment, the amount of things that can move all at once. That's why Resogun, the launch title, was like such a big
And of course, the instant
deal.
Classic Knack.
Was Resogun a launch title, or was that like just right around the beginning?
I think it was a launch title.
Knack, yes, Knack.
Yeah.
The whole gimmick there was that there were all of these polygons moving around. But also, remember in the PS3, most games, like 99% of games, were 720p.
Yeah.
And going on to the PS4, they tried to make it as 1080p as possible.
Yeah.
with as smooth of a frame rate as possible.
Right.
And that's why the PS4 Pro even exists.
Yeah.
Is so that they could try to get as smooth of a frame rate and as high as a resolution as possible. So the PS5 will most likely just be a higher resolution and a steadier 60 frames per second.
Well, in the next paragraph, not to go too far ahead, but he says, housed in the console will be an AMD chip that has a CPU based on the 3rd generation Ryzen. It'll have 8 cores of 7 nanometer Zen 2 microchip. Although the console will support 8K, displaying at this resolution will be dependent on TVs catching up.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! That's awesome. Wow.
Who's going to have an 8K TV by the time this television comes out?
Well, when the PS4 and Xbox One came out, I was like, big mistake, it's not 4K.
I guess, but like nobody had a 4K TV until like right around the time
No, they were in homes. They weren't big, but I was like, this is going to shorten this console life cycle.
I guess, but at the same time, like 4K TVs were not as prevalent when they launched as they were now. Or
when the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X came out, and that the whole reason they exist was because it was 4K became a thing in the middle of their life cycle.
Right.
You know? So I think that had a major reason why the life cycle is as short as it is, even though it's not that short.
Yeah. Still going on strong, I'd say.
Yeah. So I think it's insane to put an 8K, to make it 8K capable.
Yeah.
I think he's just kind of saying that because he knows the architecture.
Yeah.
He's like, this thing is capable of a lot, but it's probably not stable at all.
Oh, no.
And barely any developers would ever be able to utilize something like that. So he's just proud of his baby, it sounds like. The next up is the graphics, meanwhile, will be driven by a custom version of Radeon's Navi line. This graphics chip will support ray tracing, something which is starting to become popular in movies and video games. Although it is traditionally thought of as a lighting technique, Cerny says that there are implications beyond creating realistic environments. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here.
Okay.
But ray tracing is when it's only rendering what is within your line of sight. The camera's line of sight?
Ray tracing is when you buy a Star Wars coloring book.
Okay.
And you take a picture of Ray and you
then.
trace over. I have no idea what ray tracing is. All I know is that every PC gaming video that I accidentally stumble across mentions that, FreeSync, and G-Sync. And nobody has explained to me what those are.
I know what G-Sync is. G-Sync.
What is that?
G-Sync is when the monitor and your graphics card talk to each other to get the highest frame rate.
Okay.
Like my monitors are G-Sync capable, so if I enable G-Sync, it'll lock the frame rate on both my monitor and my graphics card to get like a really high frame rate.
But then what's the difference between that and FreeSync?
FreeSync might just be everybody else's version because G-Sync is NVIDIA.
Okay.
So FreeSync might just be the general term for it. But also, if I enable G-Sync on my Mac partition, the whole computer shuts down, and whenever I turn it back on, the screen will be black. Okay. So I have to reinstall OS X and then hang myself from the ceiling fan. In computer graphics, ray tracing is a rendering technique for generating an image by tracing the path of light as pixels in an image plane and simulating the effects of its encounters with virtual objects. Okay, so it's kind of what I said.
Right.
I'm looking at
There's a picture of a recursive ray tracing of a sphere demonstrating the effects of shallow depth of field, area, light sources, and diffused interreflection.
The ray is coming from the camera, which is, if it's first person, your perspective. Well, actually, the camera is your perspective.
Yeah.
So the ray is coming from your perspective and bouncing off of whatever objects are in front of you, and then it's tracing that. Yeah. And when you move your perspective, it follows along. So anything outside of your peripheral is not rendered.
Right.
That's as far as my knowledge of ray tracing goes.
Right.
And I thought everything was ray tracing. I thought we were all set up and ready to go with ray tracing. I didn't know that's like a thing. Now. If you put ray tracing in a game, like everybody's gonna go nuts. Mm-hmm. Okay, we read that. There's a giant Cuphead ad in the middle of the article.
Yeah.
If you wanted to run tests to see if the player can hear certain audio sources or if the enemies can hear the player's footsteps, ray tracing is useful for that. Really?
I guess so.
He explained. It's all the same thing as taking a ray through the environment.
I guess that makes sense if like it's using technology to like map out the environment for like sounds and stuff. Because in the next paragraph, in fact, audio is one of the main improvements Cerny is keen to talk about. The AMD chip will enable 3D audio, and this, according to Cerny, is key to immersing players deeper. This naturally led to discussions of PlayStation VR, and while Cerny didn't confirm whether a new version of Sony's headset will be released, the existing one will be supported.
Oh!
That's good. I won't go into details of our VR strategy beyond saying that VR is important to us, and the current PSVR headset will be compatible with the new console.
I guess if they want, they could just release a new headset that's a higher resolution.
Higher resolution, and like maybe incorporate the 3D audio in some way.
Yeah, there's no reason not to support the current headset because it's just the resolution inside the headset that's really, and the box. The box was a problem, but they updated the box already for the PS4 Pro. So
I think that 3D audio is going to be interesting because that's not something you often think about when you go from like one generation of systems to the next. The audio,
right?
Because like how much more can you get than 5.1 or 7.1? I know Xbox One supports Dolby Atmos. Do you know what that is?
No,
it's basically it's 5.1 surround sound, but it's got 2 extra speakers that point audio up at the ceiling, so it sounds like there's sound coming down on you as well.
Oh,
so like if it's raining, it actually sounds like the rain is coming from like on top of you, which is very
the rain
interesting.
Should be coming from below because the sound is when it's
right, but like you hear it coming from the sky and stuff.
That sounds like it's necessary for VR.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm over here with 2.1 on everything.
Yeah.
I live.
I mean, I have a basic 5.1 sound bar, and like it's good enough for me.
When I play like battle royales and stuff, or like shooters, I feel like I need like a surround sound situation.
Something like Resident Evil 2, like hearing the zombies and stuff like that is good for surround sound, and 3D audio would probably be cool with that.
A lot of people are letting me know that the chat isn't working on the screen. There's no chat on screen.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I can see it.
Well, yeah, it's there, but it's not there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like on the screen.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. We're using regular OBS instead of Streamlabs OBS today because I hate Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. That's something I'll need to figure out eventually. I'm just happy it works at all.
Yeah.
I won't. Oh, we read that part. Another key leap the next PlayStation will make comes through its hard drive.
Oh, yeah, this was important.
According to Cerny, developers let Sony know that they want solid state drives in the new hardware. That's interesting. As opposed to the slower equivalents used in current consoles. These SSDs are relatively prevalent now in laptops, and what Sony is bringing to the next PlayStation is described as being specialized for the hardware. Cerny demonstrates the change an SSD introduces to gaming by comparing a load sequence from Insomniac's Spider-Man on a standard PS4 Pro and a dev kit of the next-gen PlayStation. On the former, it was around 15 seconds, while on the latter, it was 0.8 seconds. This, Cerny added, has implications on how the world can be rendered too, which in turn impacts how quickly Spidey can move through the world. On the new hardware, the camera moves through the city much quicker, as the hardware is capable of keeping up with rendering requirements. That is so
that's a big deal.
This whole time we were talking about like how could you possibly have a big jump between PS4 and PS5? That's the big jump. That's a big deal. However, that's also a very expensive deal.
Yes. I was just looking it up now just to see because I wasn't sure. But a 1 terabyte internal Samsung SATA 3 hard drive, 2.5 inches, whatever. 1 terabyte is $148.
That's not bad.
A 2 terabyte Seagate, same size.
That Samsung was an old one, by the way.
Yeah.
That one that you had up. That's like the standard old one.
Well,
that's why I have that on my computer, except I have a 500.
A standard old Seagate 2 terabyte hard disk drive is $68. So it's like $100 less.
Yep. So I bought a solid state drive, like an external one, because all of our video editing I do on like the my external drive.
Yeah.
Through like Thunderbolt or whatever. Mm-hmm. And this was the best freaking purchase I made all year.
Yeah.
Because
you like rave about it.
It was like $400, which is a lot, and it's a 2 terabyte.
Yeah.
But it's this freaking big, and it just dangles off the laptop. You can do whatever the hell you want with it because there's no disk spinning in it. It's super fast. It's awesome. And I also I have an internal drive that backs it up. That just does a complete copy, and it's one of those hard disks.
Yeah.
And the one I have in there, it died. It was like a 2 terabyte, and it died. Would you say it was $100
for a 2 terabyte? It was like it's the old model. It's like $68.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bought an 8 terabyte to replace it. That was $200.
Right.
8 terabytes.
Yeah.
So, solid state drives are insanely, and the freaking one that I have is cheap. That's a really cheap external.
I know. The thing is, like, solid state drives like are better in every way, but you're gonna get a larger capacity hard drive for the same price.
Yeah.
So, but if PS5s are gonna have 1 terabyte solid state drives, these are gonna be expensive systems.
And it's not like you can go with 500 gigs or smaller because these games are going to be huge.
Yeah.
Even if they're physical, they're going to have insane now. Downloads are typically the same size as what's on the disc.
Yeah.
You get pack like 50 gigs on a disc.
And that's just like
you're downloading another 50 gigs.
But that's just like the base game. That's not including like all the extra stuff that they couldn't even fit on the disc that you have to download anyway.
Right.
Like I think Doom wound up being like close to like 70 gigs just for the game.
Even on the Switch, it was like 50 or 60 gigs on the Switch. Yeah, I don't. This is a potential problem. I mean, it's great. I think it's awesome, and this is definitely what will bring it super far into the future.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But this is going to be pricey.
Oh yeah.
It better be 400. It better not be any more than that.
Well, we've learned
if Sony can't.
We've learned last generation if a system launches over 400, like it's gonna struggle.
Well, which one is going to be cheaper? That's the one that wins.
Yeah.
Every single time so far.
Yeah.
The one that's cheaper is the one that wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it is every time. The one. Yeah. So they just have to beat out Microsoft. Mm-hmm. But I mean, having a hard disk drive but a cheaper console make it win?
I don't know.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft would do solid state, especially if
Microsoft would do solid state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft didn't have a disk in the next system.
Well,
we'll get to that.
We'll get to
that. Discussing the SSD, Cerny said, quote, "The raw read speed is important, but so are the details of the I/O mechanisms and the software stack that we put on top of them. I got a PS4 Pro, and then I put an SSD that costs as much as the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
It might be 1/3 faster." Yeah. The shared architecture between PS4 and PS5 naturally creates the path the games being developed on the former to appear on the latter. Okay, but who's saying that? One such game is Death Stranding, which is developed by Metal Gear creator Hideo Kojima and the Kojima Productions team. In the interview, Cerny was asked how Death Stranding fits into Sony's PS5 plans. Smart interviewer.
Yeah.
To have cross-generation releases, and reportedly smiled before a spokesperson merely repeated the game would come to PS4. Obviously, this isn't a clear indication of what Sony's plans are, but could perhaps be a tease given the context. Well, that's interesting that Sony actually just straight up said it's coming to PS4.
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't think I've heard that yet.
I
just
feel
I
like
knew
they
that
had
it's
to say that
coming
because
to
people
PlayStation.
bought PS4s anticipating Death Stranding and
true.
Last of Us and Final Fantasy.
Well, I guess it's in the freaking E3 thing. So
I mean, I'm sure Death Stranding is going to be one of those games that gets re-released on PS5.
even if it comes out before PS5 is released, it'll be
Or it could be one of those situations where, it's one game, but like you can play it on all different Sony platforms, and if you play it on the better hardware, you get like the better textures and crap.
I also think it's interesting that they didn't explicitly say that games will come out on both.
Yeah,
he just said it's coming out on PS4,
right,
and then they just filled in the blank.
Yeah,
but that's a pretty obvious blank, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what other games came out on both the PS4 and the PS. Well, we have Breath of the Wild, which came out on the Wii U.
Well, usually
and the Switch
when
at
a
the
system
same time.
when a system launches, like the third parties especially will release versions for both systems.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
And that wasn't even at launch.
Shadow of Mordor. Whatchamacallit? I know there was like a big one that I'm blanking on right now.
I was at Walmart the other day.
Yeah.
And they had Lego Batman for the Wii. And Just Dance for the Wii.
Yeah.
Or I think it was Lego Marvel Villains, maybe, was for the Wii. The newest Batman one.
DC Villains. For the
DC
Wii?
Villains? For the Wii.
I gotta look that up.
Maybe I'm making up the DC. Batman was on the cover.
Okay.
And it wasn't the first one. Because I know there's multiples. I might be making up the villains part.
That's the most recent
Well,
one.
Batman's not on the cover of that.
No, Joker, Darkseid, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, well, they still had Wii games.
Yeah.
So, Cerny didn't provide any details on any of the services or a broader overview of PlayStation's vision of the next generation of gaming, instead focusing on the nitty-gritty of its hardware. I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah.
It is certainly unclear when the console will be fully unveiled. Traditionally, Sony would has doubted its new PlayStation at E3. Sony would has debuted its new PlayStation at E3. That is what they're saying. But the company will not have its usual press conference this year. This leaves PlayStation Experience, one of its new Nintendo Direct-like state of play streams, or a standalone PS5 announcement event as possibilities. That is assuming it plans to reveal the PS5 this year, which I don't think they are.
No.
I mean, they're talking about it now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think next year's E3.
Well, they're not at E3 this year.
Right, and I think that's because they're working on this. They're working on the PS5. They got nothing to say.
I mean, but they got Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima?
One of those. Sucker Punch.
Hideo Kojima.
Sucker Punch
Ghost
is a samurai
of Hideo
game.
Kojima.
Yeah. That they have Last of Us. Did you see Neil Druckmann tweeted
the end of the script?
They finally finished the game.
They finished it now.
Yeah.
They finished filming it now.
Yeah.
So the game's not anywhere near done.
Good point.
Which I thought that blew me away. That blew my mind. That means, of course, it's not coming out this year. That is coming out at late next year, if anything.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it is also unclear when Sony plans to launch the PS5 in May 2018. Sony's head of PlayStation, John Codera, said the new PlayStation was 3 years off. That was last year. We will use the next 3 years to prepare the next step, he said, to crouch down so that we can jump higher in the future. While Sony's plans are still largely unclear, Microsoft's are starting to come into focus. The company is set to have an E3 press conference this year, and the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, said it is going to go as big as E3 as we've ever been. Okay. In 2018, Microsoft confirmed that a new Xbox was in development, and it is expected that we'll see this next generation console at E3 2019. What? More immediately, it has been suggested that an all-digital Xbox One S will be announced soon. When was this article?
Today.
As the name indicates, this new console would not accept physical discs and design around downloading and streaming. As big at E3 as we've ever been. I assume they just want to go big every year. So like try to go bigger and bigger every year, you know? Monkey Boy says Lego Batman 2 for Wii is $20 at Walmart.
Yeah, that's the last.
So is the second one.
Yeah, that's the last Lego Batman game to come out on the original Wii.
That was the one then. So I think next year makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Microsoft, why are we expecting them to release a console or to announce? I think they're going to talk a little bit about
what, the next Xbox.
the next Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about releasing it.
No, I don't think so.
I think they got to release it alongside a PlayStation. You know,
Not that they have to release it alongside it, but as we'll get to, they just announced a discless version. I think they can still get some life out of the Xbox One in all of its forms.
Alexa Delade says, I hope they just call it PlayStation 2020 and stop all the generation branding so the games will just be forever forward compatible. That'd be sweet.
That would be sweet. That's not going to happen.
I'm fine with PS5. What's wrong with PS5?
I feel like, well, because like with iPads, you know, it's just the iPad. You know, there's the iPad Air, the iPad Pro, the iPad Mini, but they stopped doing the iPad 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
That's Xbox will do that. That's something Xbox will do.
I feel like Xbox, if anything, would drop. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Xbox would just be Xbox. This is the new Xbox.
Yeah.
And then all the other ones, throw it out.
Yeah.
You know, it's old now. Where else are we? Blake Patchin says, Inside Gaming just did a video on this post. It goes over pricing and also launch games and stuff. Is this a real link?
Or is it porn?
Is it porn? Did you send us porn?
Well, while you look at porn, I'll just say that some other games Mark Cerny has worked on.
I've seen
or
this. I think Spawn Wave posted this. It starts off, I'm a third-party small developer from EU. For the last 8 months, I've been helping a well-known company in a AAA game development that is set to release in 2020 as a launch game for the PS5. Some infos that I'd like to share that are 99% correct. I say 99% because small incremental hardware changes can occur till 2020, although specs are blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's a rumor from what this person is claiming is a small developer who has specs on, because they're making a launch title. They're helping a well-known AAA game developer make a launch title. So I'm not on board with this at all. And also it depends on when this was. December 3rd, 2018.
Okay.
And it has a lot of the same stuff that Mark Cerny talked about.
Interesting.
So maybe it is legit. Anyway, what were you going to say?
I was going to say Mark Cerny also worked on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Spyro, the original Spyro trilogy, and the original Crash trilogy, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. He was a design consultant on Uncharted 1, and yeah. He's got a legacy, this guy. Marky Cerns, as we call him. Nobody calls him that.
The end of this little this game developer who's like shooting for the stars here says price $500, $100 loss per console at the beginning.
I feel like that's every console that isn't Nintendo made.
They usually break even.
No,
and then they start to lose tons of money.
The original Xbox was like notorious for selling at a loss. Usually they start off selling at a loss and then eventually break even or make a profit.
Well, no, because they drop the price of the console. I'm talking about the price.
Goes down.
I'm talking about the price of the console versus how much it costs to make that console.
Yeah,
not including research and development.
Right. Usually they start selling it at a loss. Then as the price of technology goes down, then they cut the price, and it balances out to being like
I thought they just cut the price because they don't care.
No, of course they didn't.
I thought they just cut the price because they're banking on software.
No. They cut the price because the price of technology goes down, and like over time it does like balance out.
Well, $500 at $100 loss sounds like they're ripe for Microsoft to come cut them off.
Maybe.
Especially if Microsoft can easily release the streaming only discless Xbox.
Yeah.
And they can claim it's just as powerful, but it's all streaming.
Yeah.
And sell it for like $200, and then that's it. Then that's the end.
Yeah.
For them. And I know a lot of people who are watching this would much rather have a console in their house, like a PS5 that has all the hardware there. I would much rather have that too. But the mainstream audience doesn't care. They just want whatever's cheapest and whatever's going to get them to play their games at the highest resolution possible, or the prettiest games. Hey, there's going to be a PUBG remaster 4K F2P with
free to play
with PS Plus only on PS5.
Who said that?
The freaking developer guy that we're not sure if we can believe it. Where are we?
I lost us.
Super Saiyan is kind of funny was talking about this, and they were guessing price would be 400 to 500. Yeah, I mean, that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
But if PS4 launched at 400.
If it's anything more than 400, then they're in trouble.
PS4 launched at 400, Xbox launched at 500, and that's why the Xbox lost.
Well, other reasons, but that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the price is the biggest reason for a console to lose the console war.
Yeah.
Especially a $100 difference like that.
Yeah. Or even like the PS3 launched for like $500 or $600.
Yeah.
And then
that was a huge difference. That was a huge. What was the Xbox 360?
It's like 300, 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the nail on the coffin for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the friggin' PS5. That's what we know so far.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of information for
is
something that isn't tangible right now.
Yeah,
something that we haven't heard about even being in development.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, everybody knew it was in development, but that's a lot of information for that. But the whole reason we think Microsoft's going diskless, Will, is because what now?
Because they just announced today that they're releasing the Xbox One S All Digital Edition.
That everybody likes to call SAD.
SAD, yeah.
Which is not the acronym.
Yeah.
Because there's an E at the end.
It's an Xbox One S, 1 terabyte, all digital edition console. It comes with a controller, duh. It also comes with Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, and Forza Horizon 3.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It will be available on May 7th of this year. The manufacturer, the MSRP is $250. Mm-hmm. However, Xbox One S's with a disc drive are currently selling for $250. Their MSRP is $300.
Right.
The rule is whatever the regular One S is selling for, the digital version will always sell for $50 less.
So you're saying if I go to Amazon when this thing launches,
it should be $200.
Interesting.
Yes. If they're selling regular 1Ss for $250.
Well, let's see right now. Well, that's the thing is that Amazon usually has ones that are like not in production anymore.
Yeah.
Xbox One S on Amazon over here. $250 for this is a sponsored post. Xbox One S, 1 terabyte console, the Anthem bundle. Pretty sure that's not in production anymore.
Yeah.
1 terabyte hard drive console. Choose Minecraft Creators bundle. Probably not in production anymore. Battlefield 5 bundle is $232. 1 terabyte starter bundle, $250 roughly.
Yeah.
1 terabyte console discontinued, $207.
Damn.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
How do they police it being $100?
Well, I'm on the official Microsoft store website right now.
Right.
And they have a 1S Tom Clancy's The Division 2 bundle, an Anthem bundle, Battlefield 5, Forza Horizon 4, a starter kit with Game Pass, Fortnite, NBA 2K19, and those are all 1 terabyte disk drive consoles, and they're all $250. Original price $300.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then this should be 200 then.
Right. I think probably because it's a pre-order that they're selling it for the regular price right now, and then maybe like when it comes out it'll.
But then the people who pre-ordered are going to be pissed.
I know.
Spent $50 more. That doesn't make any sense. Console prices are weird.
They are.
Especially now. So, yeah, Kevin Kenson, for some reason, got one of these and did a video on it.
He got one?
He got one. And he released his video when this was announced.
You might have to take a trip to Canada, my friend.
I gotta say, he doesn't live in Canada.
Where does he live?
He lives in the freaking West Coast.
Oh, I thought he was Canadian.
You're thinking of Unbox Therapy.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that group of
Yeah.
people.
They're all YouTubers are Canadian.
All these tech YouTube bundles.
The Legion of Tech YouTube Doom. They're all
We need like a legion of
Long Island YouTubers.
No, they're all in the city.
It's just us, yeah.
Well, no, there's friggin' Casey Neistat and MKBHD.
Right.
They're New York.
Right, they're New York. We're Long Island.
Two
different.
That's reaching for the stars, though, Will. We knew this was coming.
Yeah.
There was rumors about this happening, and it was pretty obvious that it was happening. And this is just straight up an Xbox One S without
a disk drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know why that makes it so much cheaper. Disk drives aren't expensive.
Yeah. What I want to know is, this looks like the exact same size as an Xbox One S.
Yes.
And I know the disk drive takes up a lot of room. Why would you release a streaming box that's the same size as your regular box? When people think of a streaming box, they're now thinking of Rokus and Apple TVs, which are the size of hockey pucks. Granted, you can't make an Xbox One a size of a hockey puck, but you can definitely make it smaller than this.
I'm pulling up Kevin Ketz's YouTube because he actually
did he do a teardown?
He ripped it open.
Okay.
I think it is ever so okay. All right, I'm so sorry. I think it is ever so slightly smaller.
Okay.
Like it's lighter for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's ever so slightly smaller.
But we know why in general they're doing this, because now they're promoting Game Pass. They're promoting, all the games you can get digitally. They also announced today that they're going to have a Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold bundle pack that'll be $15 a month, and you get both of them.
You can get Game Pass for 3 months for $1.
Yeah,
with this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going for the whole, they're going for the service.
Yeah.
They want your money as a service. There's just a giant hole where the freaking disc goes.
That's such wasted space.
Yeah. They could have made this thing a little smaller.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just small enough.
It's just a giant hole.
It looks like the exact same console minus the black line where the disc goes.
Yeah. I think I lied about it being smaller, by the way.
Okay.
I think it just looks smaller because the black line's not there.
I don't know. I feel like, okay, I get it. This is a first step towards that all digital future that we're all thinking is going to happening. All think is going to be happening. But I just feel like this is a step forward and a step back at the same time.
I mean, I think it's fine as long as we have the disc options right now.
Yeah.
In 2019.
Right. But
I think they don't have the courage to
yes,
go all out like Apple does
yes,
with a freaking headphone jack.
Well, if that's courage, Analog must be cowards for sticking a headphone jack on the Mega.
True.
But no, seriously, I feel like if they wanted to make a new Xbox but didn't have a disc drive, they should have done more to differentiate itself from the Xbox One S that's currently out. And that includes, making it a different color, if not a different shape, and maybe making it less than just $50 less.
Also, the Xbox One X is significantly smaller than the Xbox One S.
Yeah.
So it's obvious that they just went with the lowest amount of effort possible. They just took an Xbox One S and took the freaking disc drive out and the little line. But that still requires them making a new case to get the line out. I guess they couldn't shove that board into an Xbox One X case. But they could have made a new case.
Yeah, they could have made it because the X is black, this is white. They could have made You could have made it green. That's the colors of the Xbox right there.
True.
I mean, it'd be weird having a green console, but
do you think people are gonna get confused and like buy this console?
Yeah, I think so.
Thinking that there's gonna be a disc.
yeah,
There's gotta be a big yellow disclaimer that says there is no disc here.
there's a feature on the website. A feature is all digital, does not play physical discs.
I believe you can plug in a USB disc drive.
You're kidding.
I believe you can.
Do you know how like rare it is to find a USB Blu-ray drive?
You know what? I'm gonna have to.
I have one, and it's like the only one I can find. It's like $100 too.
You bought me my Blu-ray drive that's in my old computer.
Yeah.
My new computer, the case doesn't have a disc drive slot.
Really?
So I need to get some sort of enclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my life. Or I can just put it on the inside because there's a door. So I just have to open the door whenever I want to put a disc in. So I mean, I don't. I'd be interested to know how many people are purchasing digitally versus buying physically. I want to know the numbers.
I try to buy as much digital as possible because I'm concerned about like space.
I do that on the Switch,
but
I haven't done that on the next generation. I'm all digital.
My concern is, you know, it is you are more likely to find physical games cheaper than you are digitally, because digitally you're at the mercy of whatever Microsoft does. You got to hope that they have a sale. And even if they do have a sale, they're never like Steam sales most of the time.
Let me walk it back for a second.
Okay.
I changed my mind about being all digital for the next generation.
Okay.
Because if the PS5 has a solid state drive on the inside, I'm not going to upgrade that.
Yeah.
I'm not upgrading a solid state drive. So, like, I want to be all digital, but I also want to keep all of my games on the console if I'm going to do that.
Right.
Because who knows if in 20 years, when I'm a million years old, I might not be able to play those games.
Right.
And I'm going to want to. Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, you better hope that they let you have external hard drives support.
That too. I could do that. Right now for the Switch, I'm all digital, but the games are tiny.
Yeah.
And my micro SD card is massive.
Yeah.
And if I run out of space, I could just get another micro SD card. And so I guess I could do that with hard drives. But a 2 terabyte or 1 terabyte solid state drive is freaking expensive. Mm-hmm. And they'll get cheaper.
Yeah.
But, you know, when is that going to happen?
Yeah.
So I think I changed my mind. I might have to stick with physical for those consoles.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't think it's that weird to have all digital consoles. I think that that's going to be the future, whether we want it or not.
Right.
Like, look at I always say look at Netflix. Look at what Netflix is doing. If you explain Netflix, people are like, I don't want that. I don't want somebody else to own my movies. I want to own the movies. But then they pay the Netflix subscription every month, and then they watch it. So, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm not opposed to it, but I think it's good that they're offering the option to have both a disc drive version and a discless version.
Yeah.
But I just the way they're marketing this, I don't know if it's the right idea.
Too many options is bad for consumers.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not bad for consumers, but it's bad for... Consumers want as many options as possible, they think.
Yeah.
But they can very easily get overwhelmed. So I think 2 consoles is the max you can possibly have.
Yeah.
This is really late in the life cycle, though. So I think adding this in is totally fine.
It's kind of like with the original Wii, they released like stripped down versions of that later in the life to like keep the price down and whatever. Like they removed GameCube support and then they removed internet support and things like that.
So for the next Xbox, the rumor is that there's going to be the streaming only box that doesn't have a disc drive. It's going to be tiny, or I'm assuming it's going to be tiny. And all of the rendering is going to be via the cloud.
Right.
And then there's going to be another one that's like the Pro model that has all of the stuff that you need, but it's going to be expensive. I think that's the max possible you can have.
And I can see them doing that.
Yeah. I could see them being like, by the way, you have it already.
Yeah.
If you want to do the streaming only, you could do it. It's the one you have in your house right now.
Yeah, because I know, what was it? Like when they announced the X, Phil Spencer said, we're dedicated to like making sure whatever game you buy will work on whatever Xbox you own.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's going to be the difference between Microsoft and Sony.
Yeah.
For the next generation is that Microsoft is going to be focused on being a service, and Sony's going to be focused on being this beefy hardware.
Yeah.
Now here's the question for you, Will. You said you're all digital, or you're as digital as you can be.
Yes.
Do you have any physical Xbox games?
I have a couple, yeah.
You have a couple?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to buy this thing. So do you want it? Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, I mean, are you going to use it? Are you going to use it to replace yours? That's the question.
If it's backwards compatible, if it's going to be backwards compatible, then yeah, I can just get rid of my 1S and move everything over to that.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about the 1S discless.
Oh, you're going to get a discless?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Of course I'm going to get the next generation Xbox.
Yeah.
You can't have that. That's for me.
Okay.
Buy your own damn next generation.
Okay.
I'm talking about the 1S discless. Would you replace your current 1S?
No.
That is also mine, by the way.
That I bought from you.
I'm sure you bought it.
No, then I would not replace the one I have because I do have all those games that run on disc. B, I do use my Xbox One S as my primary Blu-ray player because it's a 4K Blu-ray player.
Oh, so you do need the disc.
Yeah, and C, like, if I happen to come across, an Xbox 360 game that's only on disc, or, 360 games are a lot cheaper disc version than they are on the store, on the Microsoft store. So, I don't think, if I had the option between a disc drive and no disc drive, I would go with the disc drive.
Right.
Because even though I'm as digital as possible, I like having that option.
Especially when you're looking at the Xbox One S and the Xbox One S discless, because they're the freaking same.
Exactly. Yeah.
Except one just is missing the disc drive.
I know.
It's not even a smaller. If it was smaller, maybe.
That's what I keep
smaller, and I save $50. Cool, but first of all, you might not even be saving $50 because a lot of these are selling for the same price you would get this at, or even cheaper. And yeah, that's another thing. These bundles that are discontinued that are selling for cheaper might still be cheaper when that thing comes out because they're discontinued. They're old. They're old. They're considered old SKUs. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird situation, but that's the future. The future's going to be like that. So whatever. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the chat's talking about Joker, so it's time to talk about the new Smash Bros. Update. Well,
oh, good, that Joker, not the other Joker.
No, not that Joker. Why were you looking it up? Were you like, what happened?
No.
Something happened.
I'm hardwired to think whenever I hear Joker, there's only one Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull.
And I swear to God, if Smash Brothers Joker doesn't have an all costume with green hair and purple suit, then I'm not playing the game anymore.
Did you see the trailer, Will?
I saw that he has a gun.
Yes.
like a regular...
He sure does have a gun, Will.
They wouldn't give Snake a handgun.
I know. They also won't let Captain Falcon use it. So, all right. So, Captain Falcon is over here beating the living smuts off of all these people, right?
Yeah.
And he's nerfed to hell. He's not a high-tier character. He's like a mid to low-tier character, okay? But he has a freaking gun on his hip, and he's fighting freaking Snake, who's got a bazooka
and like grenades and stuff.
Yeah. And then you got Captain Falcon, who's like, I'll just box you.
Yeah.
Now the Joker's over here. I got this. Click.
Yeah.
He's got literally a 1911.
Yeah.
Or like a weird looking 1911, but it's a freaking handgun.
Yeah.
And you know what that means? It's his special, which we'll talk about. It's his special, so that means it's the B button.
Yeah.
That means when Kirby sucks him in, he gets a handgun. That's the first thing I'm going to do when I download this update. Is have Joker and then have Kirby and then suck him up and then use the handgun as Kirby. All right. So I found it really hard to find a good breakdown of what exactly this update's going to have, or at least that we know of. The update's out in 5 minutes, by the way.
I should have brought my Switch. I didn't even buy the season pass. Why would I even care?
Well, there are some things for you, my friend.
Oh, yes?
Even if you don't have the season pass.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
So anyway, Joker's here. If you have the season pass or you're buying Joker, Joker looks like a really cool character.
I'm sure he is. Please, somebody in the chat, let me know if he has a purple suit and green hair, all costume.
I don't know. Let's see here. I'm just gonna scroll down. Oh, there's gonna be an amiibo for the Joker, just sometime this year. That's all they're saying.
Right.
There's gonna be 11 music tracks. Oh, my laptop's almost dead. How did that happen? There's gonna be 11 music tracks.
Right.
And they're all Persona themed, obviously.
Obviously.
5 from Persona 5, 3 from 4, and 2 from 3.
Okay.
You get the Memento stage, which changes color based on the music that's playing.
That's cool.
This stage, is this on screen right now? Yes. The stage also looks like it's probably tournament legal.
Yeah,
because it's basically Battlefield with one of the platforms being weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that top right platform.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's there all the time. I don't know. But if you take the hazards out, this might potentially be a tournament legal stage, which is a pretty big deal. So anyway, Joker's moveset, his neutral special, which is the B button, like I said before, is called, say it with me now, Will, Gun. His up special is the grappling hook, so that's how you recover off stage, which I don't like. I don't like characters that you need the grappling hook to like recover. Side special is Aha, which is like the PK fire. This is PK fire. The down special is Rebel's Guard, which is like his counter, but it's not really a counter. It just kind of sucks up damage and cuts the damage given to you by half.
Okay.
And it adds it to a limit meter. You got a meter.
Yeah.
So every time you do that little down special and you get hit, it just increases your meter.
Okay.
And your grab is the grappling hook. So when that meter hits 100%, you know, Cloud has the meter, has the limit meter. It's similar.
Okay.
When the meter hits 100%, you get what's his friggin' name? Arsene persona.
Okay.
Which is his persona Arsene, which is like this demon-looking thing that is behind you, and now all of your attacks are like a lot more powerful.
Right.
Your gun shoots 3 bullets now instead of just 1 at a time. The grappling hook turns into the Wings of Rebellion, so you fly, and you fly really high, and you're invulnerable for the first few frames while you're flying.
Yeah.
So you can like super get out of a situation if you need to. Aha turns into Agon. Yep. Just a more powerful version of the same thing. Rebel's Guard turns into something else, which is the same, but it also deflects projectiles. So it's a counter that could also deflect projectiles. And that's basically it. Somebody brought up a good point. If you have a character that has something like a limit that makes it more powerful, that means that he's probably worse when he doesn't have that.
Okay.
Because you can't just take a regular character and make him better when he's like got his limit filled up.
Yeah.
So he's probably not that great, and then he's all of a sudden great, you know? So he sounds like he could be a pretty cool character. Also, his Final Smash, you know, all the Persona guys come in and they like beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
The one that they showed in the YouTube video was Ganon, and it looked like his throat was slit and blood was spilling out of his throat.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So Nintendo just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
The only alternative costume that I saw was you get the little like
the schoolboy outfit.
Suit. Yeah. That's the one that was like white, and that's it.
I'm saying that would be perfect for you. Make that purple and you put his hair green. I'm telling you. If he's slitting Bowser's throat,
it was Ganon.
Ganon's throat.
Then there's gonna be Persona 5 Spirits, which nobody cares about.
Yeah.
And you get some Persona Me costumes, but is it listed here? There's also a Tails and Knuckles Me
I did
costume.
see the Tails and Knuckles one.
Oh, that's it for this article. They're only talking about Joker.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Because there's more to talk about than just Joker. Oh, but also, before we talk about anything else,
Yeah.
we got like a million super chats before that I completely forgot about. Hey, where did my alerts go? I lost my alert. Well, you could talk to friggin' your buddy over
All
there.
right, LKM Cherokee. Hey, Will, thoughts on Shazam 4, Martian Manhunter 4, Justice League 22, also top 5 underrated Avengers comics.
Let me guess, Will didn't read any of these.
Well, Shazam 4 and Martian Manhunter 4 came out like when we were at PAX, and he's still asking me to read those. And I still haven't. Justice League 22, I like that it was standalone. I liked how it was talking about like the history of the multiverse. I don't like how weird Justice League is because it's very confusing and very hard to follow. And I haven't read enough Avengers comics to give you the top 5.
I don't remember if I said thank you to Aiden Kelly for being a member, but G Golly 09, thank you for subscribing on Twitch Prime for 2 months, which is free if you have Amazon Prime. McKenna Martin, thank you for donating $1. And that's it.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you... Illumin Donkey says, any chance we could get a character from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe in a Smash DLC? Shredder, Leonardo, or Splinter, etc. could be fun additions to the roster, in my opinion. No, because they're in Injustice?
They are in Injustice.
Was Injustice?
Yeah, Injustice 2. But I feel like there have been, I'm trying to think. I know it was either Injustice, it might have been Mortal Kombat X. Like there were characters in that Jason Voorhees is in that, and he has his other own game. Alien and Predator are in that, and their games are done by Sega. So it could happen, but
I think that Nintendo is going to strictly keep up. They're going to keep using characters that their first appearance or is a video game, or that they were made specifically for a video game.
I mean, if they put in a licensed character, like that would be huge. All of a sudden, Super Smash Brothers, you can play as like a Leonardo or something like that.
They're not going to do that.
I mean,
I don't think they would ever do that.
I know you don't, and I'm inclined to agree with you, but I feel like who else from gaming can they throw in here? You know,
the Monster Hunter guys, the Dragon Quest guy,
Master Chief,
or Minecraft Steve.
Banjo and Kazooie.
What's his name from Ninja Gaiden? Ryu, right?
Ryu Hayabusa.
Yeah.
We already have a Ryu in the game, though.
Yeah, we'll just call him Ryu Hayabusa.
I guess. I don't think it's impossible for a licensed character to be in Smash. I just think it's very, very unlikely.
I would bet all of my money that there is not going to be that in the next 4 characters that are going to be announced, which is the rest of them for this game. None of them are going to be characters that were originally intended for not a video game.
Right.
Right.
Don't say that, because when Goku is confirmed as the final character, we're going to be bankrupt.
I'm closing the whole channel down. I'm done. If Goku is a Smash character, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. This is gonna be a PC gaming channel.
Oh God. Then I quit.
Also, wait, who said Cuphead? James Deuce is Cuphead for Smash. Cuphead is super not gonna be in Smash Brothers.
Why not?
Maybe a Spirit.
Oh yeah.
He's not gonna be a playable character. But anyway, if you're not paying any money, you still get a bunch of cool stuff in this update.
The game is also getting several new features as part of the 3.0 update, including a stage builder.
Yes, which is very cool.
Yes, which we saw leaked in an official Nintendo advertisement, and that's still coming. You get a video editor, which is interesting. Because didn't you say like they do something weird with the video capture?
Yep. So all right, back it up. The stage builder is awesome.
Yes,
and you can share your stages.
That's cool.
We talked about it a little bit last week, how why the stage builder is kind of like a really big deal, because a lot of people build like their own game modes.
Yeah,
you know, they like put lava all around.
Yeah,
so that you can't escape and you just bounce all over the place. And being able to share those levels. You're sharing game modes, basically. It's really cool. It's a really cool
I think that's a good idea.
Thing.
Yeah.
And there's going to be like ways to browse different stuff like that. It's going to be awesome. That's a really cool addition. The video editor is dumb, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
It's cool. All right, so they're putting in a full-fledged video editor.
Yeah.
So you can take all of your clips and put them together and like make a whole movie. You can make like a montage.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But there's still no rewind and fast forward feature in the video player that they have there right now. Mm-hmm. And there's no way to share it to Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah.
You have to take the file off the SD card and put it in, even though there's a freaking share button on the controller.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Make a freaking make it shareable.
It says players will be able to view each other's videos and download stages made by other players.
Yeah, on the stupid app, and that's only from the video editor. That's from the new video editor.
Okay.
So I would need to put the video into there. I would need to. All right, so now there's 3 different things in the replay area. Mm-hmm. There's the first thing is game data, which is when you save the game, it goes into game data.
Right.
Then you take that game data and you need to make a video out of it. So you have to click. My computer died.
Yes.
You need to click to watch the. You need to click the game data. You need to watch it, and you need to record all of the game data. So you need to sit there and watch the whole game. And there's no rewind or fast forward. You have to just. So if something really cool happens at the end, you got to watch the whole thing. You have to sit there. Now there's a third one, which is the video editor, which you then take that video and then you put it into the video editor. So that's the third step.
Right.
If you want to then share it to somebody else, unless they streamlined it, but that's as far as we know, that's how it works.
Yeah.
We'll find out if that's really how it works in about 2 seconds. So, I mean, it's cool that there's a video editor, especially for like, I mean, I'm saying like I'm never going to use that because I'm just going to friggin' use Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
But I understand a lot of people don't have that. So it's cool for them.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. It's a cool thing to have. But I think it would have been better to at least let me rewind and fast forward the videos.
They once again implemented a cool thing in a dumb Nintendo way.
Yes. That's the only other thing that was in the update, right? Is it? I can't see. My computer's dead.
Yeah, no, that's it.
All right. I mean, there's going to be other stuff. Oh,
yeah.
They're also in the 2.0 update, they released patch notes and they showed what they did to every character, all the nerfs and buffs. So there's going to be nerfs and buffs for every character.
Right.
But they haven't released anything on that yet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most interested in. Mm-hmm. I want to know what is happening to all these characters, especially Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
They didn't touch him in the last update.
Right. Well,
so I'm hoping he gets some buffs in this update.
He'll get a buff called the Duel. Whenever Joker's on screen, they both pull out their pistols.
I want him to be able to pull out his gun. Stop nerfing my Falcon.
At least make it a laser gun. Fox has a laser gun. I don't know.
They should make his up smash just him shooting like 3 shots into the air. That'd be cool.
Let Snake use his SOCOM.
Yeah.
Come on.
Especially if Joker, he's like a 13-year-old kid.
I know. That makes it even worse.
With a freaking 1911.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming he's 13. Everybody in anime is 13.
Yeah.
I'm downloading the update now. We're trying to.
Okay.
I need to go get my charger, Will.
All right.
So what are you going to do?
Do you want me to read the chat or do you want me to just move on to the next story?
Well, I think
that answers that question. 2 pounds from Bartzo.
I like it already.
Kruchowski. Sorry, he's got a weird name. Can you share your playlist on Spotify of anime?
Excuse me. I don't listen to anime music. I listen to Japanese music.
Yeah.
I don't have one, but I could make one. Actually, every week I talk about how I'm going to get Spotify, and I never get it. And you know why?
Why?
Because you can't do it on the app.
What do you mean?
You can't buy the subscription.
Oh,
from the
right.
app.
Yeah.
You have to do it on the computer.
Right, because the Apple tax, more and more companies are trying to get around it.
I think that these companies should be punished for not just letting me do it in the app.
Well, did you see Spotify put out a video like on their YouTube channel saying, Apple sucks for having this tax, basically.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see that video. But I understand from their perspective, but they've got to be losing subscribers
I'm
from
sure
the
they
sheer, the convenience.
Well,
Do they do it every month though, or is it just the first time?
What do you mean?
Like if they let me, if they do this the Apple tax,
Yeah.
will that tax be every month?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
If you buy it through the app, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense why they wouldn't want why they would rather
You-
lose
you
subscribers.
You can't upgrade your Netflix account through Apple through the iOS app anymore. I don't think you can upgrade your Prime account.
You can't buy Comixology.
You can't buy Comixology stuff on it. But Spotify has a free version.
Yeah, I have the free version,
Yeah.
but you can't listen to whole albums.
Really?
You shuffle them, and it doesn't shuffle the album. It shuffles it makes a radio of that
Yeah.
album that you want. So it sucks.
Okay.
Everybody's just talking about how the download is taking forever.
Well, yeah,
And
probably because everybody is downloading it right now, guys.
Mine just says downloading.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm not even hardwired right
So
now.
it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be able to play it until after
Yeah.
the stream anyway. Spencer Bobbitt says Dante for Smash. That I could
That'd be
see,
cool.
actually.
Yeah.
We need more Capcom characters.
Regular Dante, not douchebag Dante. That was in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
I think before that, Resident Evil characters.
Yeah, like Leon, Resident Evil 4 Leon would be awesome.
I think there's a reason why Joker is straight up has a gun. Because of all of the characters to need a gun,
Yeah.
he's not one of them.
True.
Yes, he uses a gun, but that doesn't need to be his thing.
Yeah.
That kind of needed to be Snake's thing,
Yeah.
and they avoided it.
I remember when he was put in Brawl, they said, we're not going to give him a gun, but we're going to let him use all of his explosives because we feel like that fits Smash better.
People said Bayonetta has a gun, or has guns, and she
That's
does,
true.
but they're weird-looking mystical guns.
Yeah.
Joker's gun is legit a
It's just-
1911 gun, handgun. Yeah, Spencer keeps talking about freaking Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's just talking about how they got weird server errors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said we got €2 from Barazzo.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. Spaz Tax says Spotify Premium is worth it. Have a co-playlist with my brother from across the country so we can share music. That's cool. That's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
Oh, there are patch notes.
Yeah, they're in Japanese.
Oh, I got this. No, I don't got this.
Large Scuffle Smash Brothers special update data. Adjustment content of the fighters.
All right, what's the next story? I gotta get my charger.
All right. The next story is the Capcom plug and play system that they released.
I don't really care.
All right. I do because I think it's dumb.
The giant arcade stick?
The giant Capcom logo. Okay. Capcom has announced that they are on the... Oh, he's actually going upstairs. Capcom has announced that they are joining the plug-and-play system hype train, popularized by AtGames and made actually profitable by Nintendo. Capcom has announced the Capcom Home Arcade, a plug-and-play system designed to play classic arcade games on your TV. It includes 16 built-in games and a fairly authentic-looking arcade control setup. Curiously, the whole device is shaped like the Capcom logo. The device connects to your TV via HDMI and is powered by a simple USB setup. Unlike other mini consoles, it can connect to Wi-Fi. Capcom says that this feature is used primarily for global online leaderboards. Also important is the dual control setup, which should offer arcade-style side-by-side competitive experience with 8 chunky buttons and a simple joystick. For the arcade purists, here's the nitty-gritty. Features a pair of competition-class Swana sticks and 8-way GTY directional gates and OBSF buttons for the finest precision, response times, and durability. Now, I don't know what any of that means, but I know Swana is a very big deal when it comes to fight sticks.
Are they the ones that make the buttons? They said the
Yes.
joystick, but who makes the buttons?
I think it's Swana. I think they do both. And the 16 pre-installed games are from the original Capcom CPS 1 and 2 boards, with emulation provided by FB Alpha, delivering an authentic and accurate arcade experience exclusively for Capcom Home Arcade. 16 games are bundled, including 1944, Alien vs. Predator, Armored Warriors. What?
Which Alien vs. Predator?
The arcade version, where it's like you play as one of two Predators, Chun-Li knockoff and Schwarzenegger's character from the first movie.
What?
And you just punch the hell out of Alien.
I've never seen
You've
this
never
before.
seen this game? Dude, this game's crazy. There's like 100 aliens on screen.
That game, it looks like X-Men the arcade game.
I know, it's
I gotta
great.
pull it up.
It's actually very good. You also get Captain Commando, Darkstalkers, Final Fight, Ghouls and Ghosts, Mega Man the Power Battle, Strider, and 2 different versions of Street Fighter 2. Oh, sorry, just one version of Street Fighter 2 and then Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. So you only get the one Street Fighter 2. Sorry, everybody.
All the images of this game are so tiny.
I know. Like, I feel like Alien vs. Predator is worth it alone because I don't think that's ever been republished. There's a SNES version, but it's like borked because it's missing like half the
A
features.
lot of arcade versions from that time were not good. We got $2 from Pip Hardwick, who says, in Persona 5, the guns are fake guns. It's not a 1911, but it's a knockoff of a 1911.
Yeah.
So it looks like an actual handgun.
Yeah.
It's not like...
It's like an airsoft
It's
gun.
not like Bayonetta's guns, which
Yeah.
are like clearly not
Yeah.
grounded in reality. But the Persona 5 handgun that Joker uses looks like a freaking handgun.
So this whole thing is cool. The Capricorn Home Arcade. Until you actually like think about it and look at the damn thing.
I'll pull it up on screen.
I think the board is like 2.5 feet long.
I saw a meme where it was freaking what's his name? Cloud. It was Cloud's sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is massive.
Yeah. Also, too,
It's got 2 complete arcade setups.
True.
Like 2 players.
Yeah, two full 6-button arcade layout and like 2 start buttons on top. Mm-hmm. But the problem is all of the buttons blend into the background. Like they're painted like to match the Capcom logo, and that's awful. Like you can't see them.
Yeah, you could barely see
How are you supposed to know what to hit?
Well, people aren't looking down there.
I know, but it's nice to like, if you have to look down, you know where your fingers are.
This whole thing's useless unless you get Marvel vs. Capcom on it.
Yeah, which apparently they didn't do. Also, the thing is, it's not available for pre-order yet in the US, but it's available for pre-order in the UK for €229, which is like $260 American.
They put Street Fighter 2 on there though.
They put specifically Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting.
Why?
Which is I think that's the final version of Street Fighter 2.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, I'm not getting that.
I'm not getting it either.
I could care less. I don't do arcade game. Like I like going to the arcade, and playing games, but like I'm not
really.
one
This
of these
is like
guys,
this is for like somebody who's like really into like Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. But that's it. I mean, the Alien vs. Predator interests the hell out of me, and we like the 1944 games.
Yeah.
So
yeah, those are good.
Yeah, but
wait, 19. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I only know 1942 and 1943.
Isn't 1944 one of them?
I don't know this one. Let me look this up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. This looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just wider.
It's just, it's a strange device.
Yes.
Is all it is.
This just looks like it's widescreen. It looks like a widescreen 1944.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, they're hopping on the classic collection train, and I don't blame them.
I mean, everybody is. It's either you have your own streaming service or you have your own mini plug-and-play console. Mm-hmm. Except this thing is the exact opposite of mini in every sense of the word. Hopefully they release some of these games on like Xbox Live or whatever so that people can actually play them. Because there's no way this is going to sell anywhere near like what the NES Classic did.
Oh, we have full patch notes according to Nintendo Everything.
Okay. Before you say that, just a hair with $5. Airsoft gun based off of a Colt hammerless pistol, though they add a hammer back in the gun in game. On the back of the gun in game.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you mean airsoft?
That's what Joker uses.
He doesn't use a real gun?
It's
a real gun.
According to Just a Hair, it's an airsoft gun.
I think he means if you buy it. Then obviously you're not going to get an actual gun. All right, so we got patch notes here according to Nintendo Everything. Maybe they translated it, but how did they translate it that quick? Stage Builder added game more. You can now draw your own custom stages. Note, camera controls are not available when converting a replay that contains a custom stage into a video. Interesting. Edit video feature added to Vault replays. You can now create new movies using several videos made from replays. Note, only videos from version 3.0 or later can be used as source material. There are planned expansions to the edit video feature in the future. I don't care about spirits. The following spirits will appear in the Vault shop. I don't care. Online, you can now share replays, videos, Mii Fighters, and custom stages with people around the world in shared content. Note, you can only post replays and videos created with version 3.0 and on. You cannot post replays of online local wireless battles on custom stages or videos that include custom stages. You can now sync your game with Smash World, a service accessible via the Nintendo Switch Online smart device app. Available features include viewing some of the things posted in shared content and creating spirit teams from the spirits you have collected. Note, the Smash World service is planned to begin after the distribution of version 3.0. If you still don't see Smash World in your list of services, please try again later. It is now easier to match with players who have a similar global Smash power in Quick Play. Good. Further improvements and adjustments to matchmaking are planned. Their matchmaking is not very good.
Yeah.
So that's good. General, the following downloadable content will be usable after purchase. So it's all the new stuff. You cannot make videos of replays that contain DLC you have not purchased. Wow. So if you fight one online, you can't make a video on it?
Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Game balance adjustments have been made. Several issues have been fixed to improve gameplay experience. All fighters, basic movement, perfect shields will no longer activate multiple times when the shield button is released once. This was creating more downtime than a single perfect shield. That's interesting. Okay. All fighters made it easier to be penalized for continuous dodging. Okay. I wonder what that is. Maybe it shortens the time dodging. Maybe it shortens the amount of dodging, the dodge time. I don't know.
Yeah.
All fighters shortened the downtime when performing a perfect shield against projectiles. Okay, that's cool. Who do we want to go to? Because I'm not going. Corin got a million things.
Everyone is saying that Joker does use an airsoft pistol.
What?
Yeah.
Then why do they call it a gun?
What else are they going to call it? Is it an airsoft gun?
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
How come nobody said it? Why are you laughing?
We're going to cook again.
How come nobody said anything? Everybody's making all these memes about him using a gun. Nobody's saying that it's not an actual gun.
Probably because most people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
I mean, let's be real here. Persona is not as big of a name as like all the other games in Smash.
Right.
So this is the first time they've probably seen this weird character named after a more popular character with the same name, and he's using a gun.
Ganondorf got something. Changed the posture when receiving damage in the air and made it easier to receive damage. So he can receive more damage in the air.
Okay.
I guess. There you go. Good. Ganon needed a little bit of a nerf. All right, where's my boy? Did I miss Captain? Did you not touch Captain Falcon again? Oh, Charizard! AJ's been wanting some Charizard buffs. Let's see what happens. Side special. Increase the downward attack range when used on the ground. I believe that's the Flare Blitz. Downward attack range when used on the ground. Oh, so I guess you can't like lay down and get past it? All right, that's fine. That's fine. Are we seriously not going to touch Captain Falcon again?
I guess not. He's perfect the way he is.
We seriously didn't touch Captain Falcon again. He's still going to be a low tier character. Okay. Cool, man. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. Why did Daisy get all this changes? I don't freaking play anybody else. Kirby got a million things done to him.
Sonic had his Final Smash increased attack range.
That's good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who uses that anyway? And is that it for Sonic?
No, he had one other thing. That was just the first one I saw.
What is it? Because I actually care about Sonic.
His FS meter increased attack range and extend launch distance.
I think that's Final Smash meter.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't care about anybody else.
Okay.
That sucks. I wanted a big fat buff for my boy. They don't care about Captain Falcon, man.
They still got like all these other characters come out. I'm sure they'll keep updating it. Maybe one day Captain Falcon will get his update.
Oh, I did something. What did I do? Let's see, the Piranha Plant. Increased attack range for Spiked Ball and increased attack range for the Edge attack. All right, so they're buffing Piranha Plant. He wasn't that good anyway. Richter. Increased attack range on the Edge attack. Side special. Reduced the power against shield. And the final smash and FS meter. Once the move ends, Ridley... Oh, we're on Ridley now. Ridley... had the final smash and FS meter changed. Once the move ends, Ridley can now move earlier than opponents. And his neutral special reduced the power against shields. Okay. I'm not going through all of this. But Palutena got nerfed. Reduced the power against shields. Reduced the power against shields. Peach reduced the vegetables' power against shields. And the final smash reduced the amount of time opponents sleep. And neutral special, when used continuously in the air, fall speed will not decrease after the first use. Okay. I'm done with the patch notes.
Okay.
I'm sad, my boy. Nobody cares about my boy.
One day.
One day. Graham says, sounds like reduced power against shield on tons of moves. I love breaking a shield.
Yeah.
Breaking a shield is awesome. So that kind of sucks. But, I mean, I only ever do it with Ganon.
Yeah.
And it seems like they didn't nerf any of his moves. So they only made him easier to hit in the air, which he was already pretty easy to hit. So that's not that big of a deal. All right. The last thing we have here is Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, Star Wars Celebration was last weekend in Chicago. A lot of things happened. A lot of big deal things happened there. Of course, we finally got the trailer for Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. It was really cool. Mm-hmm. I liked it a lot.
It was very good.
I'm hyped for that movie.
I don't remember much from it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't really show.
Why am I eating this?
I don't know, because they're good and they're in front of us. I mean, they didn't show any like plot things. They showed Rey with the rebuilt Skywalker lightsaber. Mm-hmm. She's jumping over Kylo Ren's TIE silencer. You see them rebuilding Kylo Ren's helmet. You see Kylo Ren give somebody the rock bottom.
Yeah. Who is that?
I think that's a Resistance officer.
Yeah, but he's in like robes.
I know, yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm weird by that. What if it's a fully grown Ewok?
That would be weird. We see they go to the ruins of the Death Star. We see Lando's back and he's sexy as ever.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down like there's no tomorrow. You know, as one of the rare people who actually really liked The Last Jedi, you know, I'm all hyped up. I'm excited to see where this goes. I don't understand why Skywalker's lightsaber is rebuilt. I thought that was one of the best parts of The Last Jedi when they broke the lightsaber.
What?
Yeah. But you know, I'm waiting to see what JJ does with it.
Maybe Rey made it her own.
But I feel like Rey should have her own.
Yeah.
Like not to keep passing down this lightsaber.
Right.
Like the whole point of The Last Jedi was to start anew.
Yeah.
And you can't start anew if you're still using the same lightsaber.
Everybody who had that lightsaber made a new one.
Yeah.
Made their own. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, she should have her own.
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe at the end she has her own and then she passes on to somebody else.
That's what, yeah.
I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
It's going to be rad as hell.
we see a little bit of Leia in it.
We do, and everybody
she looks great.
Everybody got teary-eyed over it.
We also heard Palpatine.
Yeah, his laugh at the end.
Yeah.
He's involved in some way. He's not alive, but he's involved in some way. Ian McDermott came out and confirmed that. So.
All right, here's my wild, crazy fan theory, Will.
Okay.
What's going to happen? Definitely going to happen in episode 9. This is 100% what's going to be in it.
What's going to be? All right, I'm listening.
Freaking Kylo Ren and Rey, they're fighting and stuff, and and Palpatine or the Emperor is like, "Yo, Kylo, you gotta." His like spirit. This is Palpatine's spirit. He's like, "Yo, you gotta go fight and help the dark side." And Kylo's like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go kill Rey."
Yeah.
And then Rey's fighting, and Luke's like, "Yo, we gotta go to this place because the Sith energy is so high in this place."
Yeah.
And then Luke's spirit and the Emperor's spirits are like fighting. It's the light and dark, like the energies are like battling. And then Kylo Ren's like, the only way to help the Sith spirits is to get Darth Vader back. And then he gets Darth Vader's spirit, and Darth Vader's spirit is Anakin. He's like, "What are you doing, you idiot? I redeemed myself. I'm not one of the Siths anymore. You don't want me here. We're gonna help the good guys." And then that's gonna be Kylo's redemption, and that's it. That movie ends.
I think Kylo Ren is about to kill Rey, but then all of a sudden you see Leia show up as Leia and trying to calm him down, and then Kylo Ren is surrounded by Luke's Force Ghost, Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost, and Han Solo's Force Ghost, and he goes mad and insane and kills himself because he can't handle it anymore. And then the movie ends with Poe and Finn just like making out, and you see all the tongue possible.
I think it has to end.
And Lando's in the background going, "Yeah!"
Kylo Ren's gonna blow up in something.
Yeah.
He's gonna be left to die blowing up inside of something. I think it has to end with Kylo Ren hearing from Vader or Anakin or something that like he's been wrong this whole time about what Darth Vader would have wanted. But yeah, this is the first we're seeing of this movie that comes out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
Yeah, and then we don't know. And we don't know anything about any other Star Wars stuff.
They said they're taking a break in terms of the movies after this, which is good. They need to. We didn't just get that. We got to, the people at Celebration got to see clips of The Mandalorian. We just got information on it. That's the Disney Plus show that's coming out. And apparently it looks incredible. Like it looks like a full-fledged movie.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
does look very good.
I might have to buy Disney Plus for this. So that looks good. We got to see more of the Clone Wars returning, also coming to Disney Plus. And we got 2 games. We got Vader Immortal, which will be a VR thing.
Okay.
And then we saw the reveal trailer for Jedi Fallen Order, the Respawn game that takes place in between 3 and 4. You play as Cal Kestis, who survived Order 66 and is now in hiding. You get to play a hand in Cal's fate. It is a brand new single-player, story-driven video game with no microtransactions. And the applaud that got.
I hate that there's applauds from no microtransactions.
I hate that they have to specify that all of this.
Yeah.
But they did it.
Pause.
Yes.
According to Luis Morales, there is a purple suit for the Joker in Smash Brothers, and I just found a picture of it.
Let me see.
There's no green hair, though. I'm so sorry. It's that one right there.
I guess.
There's also red, blue, and I like the white one. The white one's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of the Joker, though, but Cal Kestis is played by Cameron Monaghan, who plays the Joker on the stupid-ass show Gotham.
Yes. I did hear that.
Yes. So hopefully this will be better than his role in Gotham.
We didn't see any gameplay.
We didn't, but we got to see a lot of the game. Mm-hmm. Apparently that was all in-engine, and it's the Source engine. Respawn uses the Valve Source engine for their games, not stupid-ass Frostbite.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, the villain is one of the sisters.
One of the Inquisitor sisters from Rebels. Yeah. The Inquisitors are Jedi who instead of...
I thought it was from the comics.
They debuted in Rebels.
Oh.
And I think the one specifically for this game is from the Darth Vader comic.
Okay.
I think the Inquisitors are Jedi who instead of being killed during Order 66, Vader says, "You work for me now. You're going to hunt down the rest of the Jedi."
Ah.
That's how they get around
it. Not a fan.
I know. But this looks cool. It looks like, you play a Jedi, but you don't have a lightsaber for like half the game.
It looks like you don't have a lightsaber for a long time.
But you have force powers.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it's usually they come together. It's never been one or the other.
Well, what, Jedi Outcast?
In Jedi Outcast, it starts as a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Then you have to run. Then you do one level where you test out your force powers. Mm-hmm. Then you immediately get your lightsaber afterwards.
Oh, I thought you had force powers. You know what? I always put cheats in to get all of that immediately. All right. Anything else? We got to hurry up.
No, that's it. That's all the big stuff. I'm excited. Star Wars is great. It always has been. Always will be. So,
all right,
it looks like a good year for Star Wars.
Yeah. Do we know when Fallen Order is coming out?
November.
Oh, so it is this year.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I want to say like November 15th.
It's been a while since we've gotten
November 15th of this year, yeah.
Single player Star Wars game.
Yeah.
All right, so this box is from Hyperkin, Will.
Oh boy.
And I forgot what it is. I know it's not the dock.
Okay.
What is this knife, Will?
It's just...
You need a man's knife.
I know I need a man's knife. That's just...
I'm going to cut myself with this knife.
I have a man's knife. I just never bring it because I have that with me. I'm usually not opening boxes that are covered in like 10 pounds of tape.
What do we got here?
Oh.
We have their NES controller. Hyperkin does what 8-bit don't. That's their ad campaign for that.
Really?
Yes. Oh, and they have an SNES one.
This is the Cadet and the Scout.
Yes.
These are wireless versions of their... Because they do make aftermarket NES and SNES controllers. And by all accounts, they're not bad. They look like the originals, but they're a little bit more ergonomic. And they play very well. So these will work on... According to this, these will work on your NES, PC, Mac, and Android. So I'm guessing these are Bluetooth with a dongle that you can put into your original system.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
I like how you can put it in your original.
Yeah.
We actually desperately need a new SNES controller.
I was thinking about...
Our star button is borked.
Yeah. I was definitely looking into like upgrading our controllers that we can to wireless ones. Because there's no reason why we can't.
I was looking at this like pawn shop looking place.
Yeah.
Because they had a bunch of like old consoles and stuff. But I'm going to keep an eye out on trying to get an original, what's it called? Like a new original controller.
Yeah.
Because
those are always the best.
Yeah.
But
and I don't mind a wire.
At least for my setup at home, a wireless one would be good.
What the hell is this?
What is this from?
I have no idea.
All right.
I don't think there's a note in here or anything.
No. That case says GPI case.
GPI case.
GPI case.
This is what's looking to me. Retro Flag Raspberry Pi case. It looks like a Game Boy, like Raspberry Pi case.
Yeah. Let's see this.
And then there's something in here. Is this the Raspberry Pi? It's really tiny.
No.
It is.
That's the Raspberry Pi?
Yeah, it's got Raspberry Pi on the back. It's a little tiny thing.
That is very tiny.
It's got an adapter.
Yeah, this is it's a fake Game Boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is a freaking Game Boy.
I think this plays carts.
Hold on. Oh, there is a note in here.
Okay.
Watch, it's going to say embargoed. We spent a long time to design a handheld for Raspberry Pi for Game Boy's 30th year anniversary. We selected only 10 people to send to for our announcement. You are one of them. We hope you will enjoy what we have created. I guess I got to make a video.
Yeah.
Retroflag.com. Hotkeys select. Safe shutdown switch on. Safe shutdown script installed. GPI case patched. Raspberry Pi images downloaded, blah, blah, blah. Swap video output between HDMI and GPI case. These items are not included in the final product, but have been included for review purposes. Raspberry Pi Zero, micro SD, OTG cable, and mini HDMI adapter. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you can. So this looks like you put a micro SD card in here, and this is like an EverDrive specifically for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Here, close your knife.
Okay.
I was not expecting this.
Yeah. It looks like this can run on batteries and like 3 AA batteries and a USB cable.
Yeah. Here's the actual Game Boy.
Yeah. Oh, give me a second. I gotta put my things away. It's like slightly smaller. They're almost the same thickness.
Let me see. Wow. It's like a mock-up
Yeah.
cartridge in the back. Yeah, this is awesome.
Oh wait, you put the Raspberry Pi in the
EverDrive?
Yeah.
That's what this is?
That's what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same size. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to play with this. It takes 3 AA batteries.
Yeah. But there's also, I don't know if you saw, there's a micro USB port in the battery case.
In the battery case?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is dope. I wonder what the screen looks cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll have to play with that. I have a whole video planned out.
Very cool.
All right. Oh, we got to do tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week!
This one is from ProZD, and Will, get your timestamp fingers ready because there's a curse word.
Hold on. All right, I'm
Also,
ready.
Twitter's video is absolutely horrible,
Yeah.
and I have to. Oh, I'm ruining the joke.
It's all right. I'm not seeing it.
All right, here it is. I'm gonna play it now.
Hey, Pooh, how are you? They took my fucking eyes.
That's good.
It's a comic of Piglet and Pooh, and Pooh doesn't have any eyes, and that's it. It's very funny. Anyway, now is when we talk to you guys.
Yes! As always, you can reach us on Twitter using the hashtag Wulff Den Live. If you love to comment on last week's Wulff Den Live, this is the part of the show where we will finally answer it. And of course, ladies and gentlemen watching us right now, please start asking your questions because we will get to them when we are done with everybody else.
The man named Kiwi in the chat says, anybody else feel like Joker has no killing power? I'm not surprised because, like I said before, they're going to nerf him until he gets the persona enabled.
Yeah.
Until the limit fills. So once your limit fills, then I'm sure there's going to be killing power. I'm still downloading this stupid update. All right, what do we do first? Last week's?
Yeah. No, we do hashtag Wulff Den Live.
Hashtag, yes. Of course we do. Josh Just a Hair says, hey guys, I heard you would love to do D&D. Why not do one with the Spawncast? Also, would you consider expanding to board games for a rare occasion, like with cool dice and games? We could do it at Too Many Games.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do anything, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
Q73 Power. There are way too many streaming services. Crunchyroll is $80 a year. Funimation is $60 for the lowest tier. Hulu, no ads, $144. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Netflix is $156 for the middle tier. That's only for anime. If you like normal TV and movies, there's a bunch more. How many do you use? I use YouTube Premium, and that is it. Oh, and Crunchyroll.
I have Netflix. I have the lower tier Hulu, so that's only $6 a month. Amazon Prime, but that's included with my Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, I have Amazon Prime, but I never watch the videos.
I have DC Universe, but Wulff Den paid for that. And I have WWE Network. So like that's it. Disney Plus is honestly looking more and more interesting every day, and that's only going to be $69 a year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That I might want for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, and the Marvel shows look really good too.
Yeah, if there's going to be that Hawkeye one.
There's the Hawkeye one. There's Wanda and the Vision. They're calling it WandaVision. Falcon and Winter Soldier are getting their own series.
Oh, you mean the Vision's not dead?
Oh, spoiler alert! They're all coming back.
That sucks. I was kind of happy he's dead.
Unless it takes place between Civil War and Infinity War.
Maybe. That would make a lot of sense, actually. I got Crunchyroll first. Mm-hmm. Then I was like, wait, all the dubs are on Verve. So then I just got Verve and I canceled Crunchyroll because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Then they got rid of the dubs on Verve. And like stuff like My Hero Academia, all the dubs are on Funimation. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go to Funimation. Then I switched to Funimation. And now I don't watch the dubs.
Yeah.
I watch the subs. So I went back to Crunchyroll because everything's on Crunchyroll. Yeah. So now I'm on Crunchyroll.
See, like all these streaming services are convenient to a point. And I think we're reaching the point where it's not convenient anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, the ones I have are like, you know, good for me. But then like it's slowly becoming apparent that like, you know, this isn't enough.
Somebody on Reddit was like, yeah, there's way too many streaming services. They need to make a package where I can buy all of these streaming services. Oh, wait, that's just cable.
Yeah.
I'm a Scuba says, was watching this a bit late. YouTube Red also comes with YouTube Music, which is significantly better than Google Play Music. Their algorithm for stations is leaps and bounds better than Google Play Music. I guess I'd have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
I've never tried it because I assume it plays the video.
Yeah.
I know you can like when I
play it in the background
with YouTube Premium, you can play the video in the background. Yeah, but I figured that was just an extra thing that I didn't need. But I could give it a shot. I guess I'll read Josh's second one. With 3.0 updated for Smash out and Mii Fighter skin DLC out, can the DLC skins be considered microtransactions? What is the difference between a DLC skin that is under $1 and a microtransaction skin? It's super a microtransaction. It's definitely a microtransaction.
But they don't sell it individually of the character pack, do they?
I believe they do. The DLC skins, like the Knuckles and stuff.
Really?
I believe those are, you can buy them individually.
Is there a way to look up like DLC on Nintendo's website?
I think DLC is microtransactions. I think they're the same.
See, the thing is, a microtransaction is like they're like $1, $2, and you're intended to make multiple purchases.
How small is a micro? Well, that's the multiple purchases.
Yeah,
there's going to be 5 DLC characters.
Right, but those are much more expensive, and you get.
But they're only like $5 or $6.
Yeah, that's
pretty cheap for DLC.
For DLC, but. You know, once you make those purchases, that's it. Microtransactions are intended to be made constantly throughout the life cycle of the game. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but... Yeah. Oh, you mean like... yeah. Well, yeah, the outfits would be if they...
Yeah. And like games like, you know, that have microtransactions where you buy outfits, you keep buying outfits. They keep coming out with new outfits. Mm-hmm. You know, so like a game like... like Battlefront 2, like that had microtransactions because you had to keep buying them throughout the course of the game. Whereas Smash Brothers, it's just the one purchase, and that's it.
Well, in November, Reggie says 0 microtransactions in Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
So I think he lied.
Well, Reggie doesn't work there anymore, so can you really trust anything he says?
That's what it was. He was like, no, you can't make people buy skins. Yeah. And then they're like, no, we're gonna. And he's like, goodbye. And he left. All right, well, you look for if you can buy the actual skins. Right. Andrew says, thoughts on head tracking being confirmed for Breath of the Wild VR. I still don't know how it's going to work. There's videos and stuff, but they don't explain anything. It looks to me like it's just giving you 3D.
Yeah.
And that's dumb. Mm-hmm. So I'm still gonna wait and see on that.
So, according to Nintendo's website, the add-ons you can get is the season pass, which is $25, character pack 1, which is $6, and Piranha Plant, which is $5. So it doesn't look like you can buy them individually, the costumes.
Oh, okay. So I guess it doesn't.
I thought the costumes came with the updates, like not even the character pass characters.
I didn't know because I have the freaking fighter pass, so I just get everything. Eli Nora said, Eleonora? I gotta figure out how to say that. I had Smash for my Wii U and sucked, but I did enjoy it. Do you think it's worth buying for my Switch, and do you think it's possible to get good? If you had fun with it, it's definitely worth buying Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, I think Smash Ultimate is actually a better game than Smash Wii U, just in general.
I agree.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have fun with Smash Ultimate, maybe don't. Because you probably won't have fun. But it doesn't matter if you're good or not. It matters how much fun you're having. Then Jordan, Super Saiyan, says, what's a good size for a cheap external drive? Need one for my MacBook. Might be why the damn video won't play correctly. The one I have is the SanDisk external solid state one. SanDisk doesn't make many external hard drives, so you'll be able to find that pretty easily, and it looks pretty rugged. That's expensive though. If you want a cheap one, if you want a 2 terabyte, you're looking at like $100.
Yeah,
like the Western Digital has a good one. The Passport is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a Western Digital die on me, but they've gotten close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get like a Western Digital Passport. John Prentice, I say this wrong every time. Hey guys, Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out pretty soon. I was wondering if you guys think the 8-bit do M30 Bluetooth controller would be a good option for the Switch version. Just asking since you guys have one. Also, I think Iron Man will die in Endgame. I'm leaning towards Captain America.
Yeah.
But I think it would make more sense for Iron Man.
I'm
so sick of seeing Tony Stark and things.
Yeah. I feel like either one of them, it would make the most sense. But I feel like it would make just that much more sense for Cap to go out.
Because I'm pretty sure he's done. Chris Evans doesn't.
They're all done for the most part. So.
Because Chris Evans did an interview and he's like, I just want to make other stuff. I don't want to do this. But that was before the other Avengers movies. And he kept doing them. So I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if the M30 Bluetooth controller is going to be any good for Mortal Kombat. Because it matters how you'd be able to map the controls. Yeah. I don't know how the controls are going to be. But we'll try it out.
Yeah.
Lewis F says, hey guys, just wanted to let you know that my wife loved your Labo VR video, especially the part in which you toss it in the special shelf for cardboard once you were done with it. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Special shelf for cardboard? That was just the closet.
Yeah.
I just threw it in the closet. A lot of glass broke that day. All right, now we're on to last week's comments.
Yes. Sam Dunham. iTunes does have just a folder where all your music lives. I also have never had an issue with iTunes.
You're stupid, and you definitely have. You're a liar. Yeah, it has a folder. I have the folder already. I have a folder. It's called Music.
You can map it to play out of that folder.
Yeah, but then it fricks it all up, Will.
Or what's wrong with just having it like all in a central folder? Like
I have that.
It moves it to its own.
Why do I need
folder.
iTunes? Why do I need iTunes if I have it in a folder already? Why do I need iTunes?
To have an actual player to play it and a UI to like have everything.
Spacebar plays. Anthony D'Agostino says, you guys missed some 2019 releases. Fire Emblem, Three Houses. That's true. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. We missed that?
That's a very big one for us to miss. Specifically,
we kind of hovered around. April and May releases.
Yeah, Ultimate Alliance, I think, just got a release date for like July.
We like glanced on the year, but we were focusing on April and May releases.
Yeah.
Town, the Game Freak game, that's a big deal. That's coming out this year.
Yeah. I don't know that game.
It's just Game Freak's other game besides Pokemon. They're working on a game called Town that's basically just Pokemon. Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is a big deal that I could care less about. Dragon Quest 11, which is a big deal. Square Enix Tokyo RPG Factory game.
Okay.
Cadence of Hyrule, that's a big deal. Killer Queen Black, that's a game that's out already, but it's coming to the Switch. Castlevania Collection.
We talked about that in a video of like a while ago.
And perhaps Metroid Prime Trilogy HD and Bayonetta 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were focusing on
the most eminent releases.
We talked about the big releases for the rest of the year, but we like kind of gleaned over those. Stephen Haggerty, the difficulty, this is a quote, the difficulty the developers intended. Really? While I like very hard games, my girlfriend doesn't breeze through them. Neither does my boyfriend over here. Neither would my niece or nephew. It's not fair when there is a developmental disparity, lack of experience, or physical disability. While I like challenging games, not everyone can complete them. By restricting difficulties to only challenging difficulties, you deprive masses of people from experiencing the story or experience of the game. In my opinion, it's the responsibility of game developers to make game content quality, but also to incorporate accessibility, whether for physical or mental disabilities. On a personal note, it just makes you both come off as arrogant. That means you too, Will, not just me. Why the hell shouldn't a game have multiple difficulties so that as many people as possible can play? You don't have to play the easy difficulty. If you truly love gaming, I imagine you do based on your channel, you should love the idea of spreading the cheer gaming has brought you. Back it up.
I don't think I said that I was against having multiple difficulties. In fact, if anything, I am like one of the biggest proponents of playing on easy mode whenever possible.
Yeah, he plays on easy.
Yeah, because I don't give an F.
The quote that he quoted was the difficulty the developer intended, which, if you give it the context that I said it in, I was saying I like playing games in the difficulty the developer intended. Like, for example, Call of Duty is developed, Halo is developed on one difficulty and then they nerf it or buff it.
Correct.
So I want the difficulty that it's intended to play.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you need to do that.
Yeah.
If Will over here wants to play Halo on easy, go nuts. You're stupid, but do it anyway.
I like to enjoy my games.
I think we defended Sekiro for not having other difficulties.
We defended games that, choose to focus on being difficult experiences.
Yes.
We are not opposed to games that have like a tiered system of difficulty or are just easier games.
Yeah.
There's a game for everybody.
I also think accessibility options are very different than difficulty options.
Yes. No,
there's other ways to deal with disabilities than just making the game easier.
Yeah.
Or making it like slower or something, Like there's plenty other ways. If you're not good at a game, you're just not good at it. Like I'm not good at Sekiro.
Yeah.
I got like halfway through and I don't know if I'm going to touch it anymore. I feel like I'm pretty good now. I didn't beat it, but I'm not good at it. Yeah. So it just is what it is. But there is a major difference between a disability and just not being good at the game, which is that's something that shouldn't overlap.
Yeah.
Like certain people just shouldn't play Sekiro.
Yeah.
And that's what we said last week. But there should be accessibility options. That's definitely a thing that should happen. Like you should be able to remap buttons. The accessibility controller for Xbox is amazing.
Yeah.
So we're not saying don't include stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Trevor Grover. I used to not like watching subbed anime, but then I did, and now I can read crazy fast. I used to suck at reading fast. I still suck at reading fast, as you can tell by when I read the articles.
There's a difference I feel between reading fast in your mind and reading fast out loud.
True. Very true. Yeah.
So
the mouth-brain connection.
Yeah.
Something's wrong in our genetics.
There's lag. Yeah.
Because we stroke out a lot.
Yeah.
I pause anime all the time though to like read it. And I go back sometimes and reread it. And so, now I like Googled words and stuff. Like I learned that hentai also means pervert.
That makes a lot of sense.
I was watching Mob Psycho and they were calling one of all the classmates were calling one character. They were saying hentai. And I was like, why are they saying that? So I looked it up and it means pervert.
Nice.
Anyway, where am I?
Joshua still didn't get to the point of the video. Still didn't get to the point of the video. Wow.
You're watching a 2-hour video, Joshua.
Yeah. Give it time.
You're the one who clicked on a 2-hour video. Smawd710 says, I get the game is developed to be so difficult, but people who buy them hope they will be able to beat them, and not everyone can get good. Black Flag was my favorite Assassin's Creed, and the last one I finished or enjoyed at all. Save your Star Wars complaints for the Disney trash they've been putting out. So there's 2 comments there.
Yeah. There's 3. First, he's talking about difficult games.
Oh, yeah, because he's talking about Black Flag.
Then he's talking about Black Flag, and then he's talking about Star Wars.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that he put the ball in one comment.
Yeah.
I get that the game is developed to be so difficult, but people who buy them hope... You should know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
Any game you buy, you shouldn't buy it for the pretty box art.
Yeah.
Because first of all, they're expensive.
Yeah.
It's an expensive purchase for the pretty box
And second of all, like, now there's more information about a game now more than ever before release. So, like, you can look up, oh, what kind of game is this? Oh, it's difficult? Oh, it's like these other more difficult games? Okay, maybe I won't pick this up.
Right. So, yeah, going into Sekiro, you know that you're getting a really hard game.
Yeah.
And if you weren't into stuff like Bloodborne or Dark Souls, then you're not going to be into this.
Yeah.
But I wasn't into those games. Well,
Yeah.
I never played Bloodborne. I wasn't into Dark Souls, and I like Sekiro. But again, I'm accepting the fact that it's very difficult
Right.
and that I'm going to have to grind out a lot. Black Flag was my favorite. I did the same thing. Well, it's not my favorite, but I also stopped playing Assassin's Creed after Black Flag.
Yeah.
And save your Star Wars complaints. I'm just not going to answer that.
Yeah. I have no Star Wars complaints.
Luke Antone says Fred should get a raise. No. I'll give him a 1%. I'll give him a 2% raise. No. I'll multiply his pay by 2.
2 times 0 is still 0.
Yes. Okay. So now we're in the actual chat.
Yeah.
And we got to hurry up. It's freaking 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it is.
Doug Jean says Cuphead should be playable at 12. Am I right? Is that out tomorrow?
I think so.
You know what else is out tomorrow? Katana Zero.
Yes. Hellblade came out last week, and I forgot to download it.
A lot of Nintendo's weird.
Yeah.
Not everything comes out at exactly midnight, especially Nintendo. Nintendo published stuff, but these aren't Nintendo published.
It used to be like this. I don't know if it still is. It used to be based on where their headquarters was located. So, like, because their headquarters was in Washington, which is Pacific Coast time, that's when things got launched.
Sometimes things would be like the middle of the day on Friday.
Spencer, I don't like adding difficulty options because I tend to lean towards the easy spectrum and get bored halfway through. Well, then in that case...
That sounds like 2 problems. Yeah. Sounds like a problem you can't help by having difficulty.
Yeah.
I mean, I like games where you have the option to change the difficulty in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
But if I ever do that, it's in the very beginning of the game. Otherwise, I feel like I have to stick it out.
Oh, no, I don't care. If it's the final boss and I'm having a problem, I'll change it to easy and I'll beat the game. I do not care.
It's only ever happened.
I put like 40 hours into the game. I want to see it to completion.
It's only ever happened when I'm like, put a game on like veteran or something.
Yeah.
And in the very beginning, I'm like, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
And I put it on like hard or normal. Yo, what up, Ashley? Where are we?
No, I got lost.
I keep getting lost. I always get lost.
Juan Rodriguez, if Sekiro is too hard for you and you want to see the story, then go watch a video on YouTube. LOL. There is that. You know, if you want to experience a game now, just go on YouTube and like watch the cutscenes and stuff. I've done that with games I was like interested in but didn't want to buy.
I've done that too.
But at the same time, games are meant to be played.
Yeah, I think that's bad. I think you should not do that.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, but I've done it.
Because watching a gameplay video of aliens, colonial marines is very different from watching a gameplay video of a game like Sekiro. One is a terrible game, but you're kind of curious as to how it plays out versus a game that is meant to be played and challenge your abilities to play games.
Also, how many people are watching those streams or those videos of people playing Sekiro and then being like, I want to play that.
Yeah.
So maybe it is making as much sales as it's losing.
Yeah.
Ruid Ahmed says, hey, what do you think about Apex on Switch? And is it worth a vid or a space in one? Because there are a lot of vids about it. I would love to see one too. Yeah, maybe like a compilation, maybe like a space in a vid. But
is Apex on Switch?
No, but the developer said it's definitely possible.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they did it. I think it's going to come to the Switch, and I think it's going to be awesome. But it's going to take a long time because the game just came out, and also Respawn's a little busy right now.
Yeah. Just a hair. Bob fact checked. Me skins are not with the Fighter Pass, and it is 75 cents per skin. Really?
Where's the source on that?
Yeah.
Will looked it up. And don't say Bob. Blame him.
Yeah.
He looked it up. Was that the notification?
No.
No, that would be a not so smart fella who did a very smart thing and subscribed with Twitch Prime, which is free if you have Amazon Prime. So thanks for that. All right, we got to take like two more and then get out of here. Gunblazer, blazing it all, says, Dear Will, you disgust me.
That's me.
That's me. That's all he said.
Austin Bench. My dudes. Also, Austin Bench with $2. So, sorry. My dudes. Also, will Dark Phoenix last X-Men movie? I think he means will Dark Phoenix be the last X-Men movie? And they confirmed that it is definitely the last of the Fox X-Men movies.
Good.
But New Mutants is still coming out, apparently.
I heard the trailer that they released today was good.
It was okay.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
All the other ones have been terrible.
I watched it, earlier. It's okay. I mean, they're not really showing us anything newish. We learned that she gets the name Phoenix from the other kids in school. Not because it's a Phoenix Force.
That's so dumb.
I know. I don't have high hopes.
Did she get the Phoenix Force when she was in school?
It's so weird because the trailer is making it look like she gets the Phoenix Force in space, in line with the comics. But in Apocalypse, she had the Phoenix Force already inside her this whole time. Much like the meaning of friendship or whatever crap. So, it's stuff like that makes it's reason why people don't like the X-Men movies anymore. I understand, the comics are confusing, but in terms of the movies, there should at least be some sort of consistency from movie to movie.
Walt Witt says, it is always Bob's fault.
He's not wrong.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/Wulff Den. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up as an archive version on Thursday for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well, because we are also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you listen to us on any of those platforms, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us, because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
I made an oopsie, Will.
What did you do?
A big oopsie. We're doing a Smash Brothers tournament on Easter. Mm-hmm. It starts on Saturday. We're going to be doing seeding on Saturday, and we're gonna finish it off on Easter. I talked about it on our last stream.
Okay.
And I did sign-ups, and we're already pretty full. But I think we might randomly pick people. So if you want to be in a Smash Brothers tournament, I'm giving the winner 250 bones out of my own pocket. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and I'll put it in the description of the video. Did I already put it in the description? No, I didn't. I'll put it in the description of the video for everybody else, but it's in the chat right now. So yeah, if you want to play Smash Brothers with us this weekend, sign up for the tournament. Make sure you're good, though, or else you won't win. Mm-hmm. And I'll see you on twitch.tv/Wulff Den tomorrow where I'll play, guess what? Probably more Smash Brothers. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Where's the mute button?